As the country faces yet another Conservative Party leadership election, our increasingly outrageous charade correspondent Jonathan Goodenough has more. Yes, that's right, we're already seeing a number of runners and riders, with a certain Boris Johnson expected to throw his hat into the ring. So he's challenging someone to a boxing match whilst on a horse. What? Doesn't matter. So the disgraced former Prime Minister is certain to run. Well, experts call it more of a constipated waddle, but yes, that does seem likely. He's been taking soundings from a beach in the Caribbean. Taking soundings? Yes, he's taking soundings from party grandees, whilst running, riding a horse and throwing his hat into a boxing ring. Absolutely. Does anybody care that he was recently forced to resign in disgrace? Many Conservatives have told me that that is all priced in. And what does that mean? He's quite expensive? Thank you, Jonathan. We're now joined by Sir Charles Incumbent, a backbench MP who supported Liz Truss in the last election. Well, that was a disaster, wasn't it?
Look, what's obviously important for the party now is that we come together and back the leader, whoever that may be.
That's exactly what you said just a few weeks ago.
Yes, I was right then and I'm right now.
Why should anybody take you seriously?
Well, you're still asking me questions, so I suppose right back at you.
You have to admit that the fiasco of the mini-budget has really killed off the idea of trickle-down economics for good.
Not at all. I accept it may go into hibernation for a bit.
So you still think that trickle-down economics has a future?
Well, as long as there are rich people who'd like more money and people willing to take their money to say that giving them more money is a good idea, I think it's got legs.
Even if it doesn't work?
Well, it works for them, doesn't it?
It crashed the economy and trashed your party's reputation.
Yes, and just like anybody else, I'm worried about our MPs' job security and how they're going to pay their mortgages.
It's not just about Tory MPs, though, is it?
I think you'll find it is all about us. We're never off the news at the moment.
What about the country?
The what?
Oh,
them. They'll just have to learn to look after themselves for a bit. Surely they're used to it by now.
Is the Conservative Party finished?
Not at all. We're like cockroaches.
What, in that you'd survive anything?
Oh yes, in that way as well.
Thank you, Sir Charles. Next up, as Netflix places a disclaimer on the new trailer of The Crown, calling it a fictionalised dramatisation, we ask, would everybody feel a bit better if we put one of those on the news?